What's that noise?
Hey, what's up? Hey, man.
Ô, chefe! Temos isso!
Oh, motherfucker! Come on, man, it's moving!
And now you're here.
Fuck you!
I don't know where this is going.
Come on, man,
Hang
it's
back, we're gonna
moving!
move in closer.
Hold position! We're gonna
The only ones who died today are the ones who have it coming. I planted some dynamite out there, by that overhang on the cliff. But the det cord's no good, so one of us has to go up there and short-circuit the blasting caps. That car battery will do the job. The debris will block the road, keep the soldiers from following the refugees. And it'll kill the poor bastard that takes the job. That's either you or me. The other guy's gonna take those diamonds to the border and use them to bribe the guards, so there's no problems with the crossing. Those civilians are making it to the camps tonight, every last raggedy one of them. Then when the handoff's complete, that guy, you or me, is gonna put a bullet into his own head. I'd do both jobs myself, but there's not enough time. The only way this is gonna work is if we see it the whole way through to the end. Every cell of this cancer has to be destroyed. That includes you and me. If we don't finish this, then the whole mission has been a waste, a farce. It'll start up again just like it always does. So which one are you taking? Diamonds or dynamite? It's up to you.
Come on!
Attention, attention. All displaced persons under the protection of the National Border Forces. Please
Let him pass.
1-3 zone.
By rights, I could have you shot just for carrying those guns in here.
Designated relocation center must submit to a weapon search. Anyone approaching the security perimeter while armed will be considered a hostile.
I don't suppose you're going to tell me who's behind all of this. No, didn't think so. Tell me, what can you do for me? I think we can breach an accommodation. But for the sake of those souls outside, I hope there's more to your plan than this.
Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here for the road to my 500th Platinum Trophy. If I sound loud or words are just a little bit slurred, I am currently celebrating this accomplishment with a few glasses of wine because today, the day this is being recorded, is Wednesday, May 12th, 2021. I earned the Platinum Trophy, my 500th Platinum in Far Cry 2 for the PS3. So I'm recording this on the PS4 just because it'll make it look a little bit better, I think. So, Far Cry 2's Platinum Trophy, and wow, me earning the Platinum upped it from a 0.3 to a 0.4. Okay, that's an interesting coincidence. Anyway, Far Cry 2 is definitely the hardest and most time-consuming game in the Far Cry franchise by a pretty big distance. And it is a pretty infamously difficult Platinum Trophy, but honestly, it's not as hard as people say. It's just really time-consuming and very grindy and prone to some possible glitches and stuff. So this may be a rather long video, at least compared to other trophy Platinum Trophy videos like this, so if it takes a little while longer to explain everything, then that's why. So, you're going to get this. This is an unmissable story-related trophy during the Northern Territory. The diamonds. This is one of the big things in the game. There are 1,000 diamonds. There are 221 diamond briefcases scattered throughout the world that you have to find, each of them containing 1 to 3 diamonds, with the exception of the tutorial that contains, I believe it's 10 diamonds. So you have to find all 221 diamond cases, you have to complete all 12 assassination missions, and complete the main story in order to obtain all the diamonds. That's a lot of diamonds to find, and I have a feeling that one of the reasons this game is so rare of a platinum, because this is by far my rarest platinum trophy. It's a 0.58 on PSN profiles, which is like 0.4 rarer than my next closest, which is Black Ops 2 at this point in time. So I have a feeling that part of that is because back in 2008 or whenever this game released, there were nowhere near as many resources out there to find all the diamonds. And in this game, finding the diamonds, if you didn't have a guide, try to imagine how bad that would be. You would literally have to scour every inch of every sector of the map in order to find the diamonds on your tracker thing. That is all you had back in the day. Thankfully nowadays there are other resources, there are maps, there are video guides, everything out there that can make this a lot easier. But back in the day when this game came out, that's part of the reason why this game was so rare and considered to be so difficult. So then you have to save a buddy from captivity. This is an unmissable story-related trophy from the early parts of the game. You have to subvert all 12 missions, or, well, a total of 12 missions in the game anyway. So you're going to get this one along the way from that. Subverting missions basically adds an additional objective to the mission, so it makes it more time-consuming, arguably more difficult, but it unlocks upgrades for your safe houses, so there is a benefit to it. And also, after every few missions, you're probably going to have your buddy die because they usually go down in the final part of it, and once they go down the third time, you won't be able to revive them. So that's kind of unfortunate, so you want to make sure to rescue all the buddies throughout the game as quickly as possible. You have to find all the safe houses in the game. This is not that difficult as they are all marked on the map, and of course, Far Cry 2 is an odd game with a lot of features. One of them is that the map, there's no true mini-map in this game, not like the other games in the franchise, in that you pull up a map that's like hand-drawn, handwritten, and a GPS device to figure out where you are and what direction you're going in and all that kind of stuff. And the map is divided up into 9 different sectors for each area of the game. So it's a very different mini-map system. There's no like specific way to go to one in the pause menu and instantly fast travel or anything like that. So then you have to find the jackal logs. There are a total of 17 of them, I believe it is. Is it 17? Yeah, it's 17 exactly, because there's 1 in each sector in the north and 1 in 8 out of the 9 sectors in the south. They're not particularly hard to find if you follow a guide, but once again, back in the day, this would have been extremely difficult to do because the game gives you no indication of them aside from your diamond radar thing beeping for the jackal tapes as well. So back in the day, this would have been extremely difficult to find. The underground side quests, there are only 5 of them. They are technically missable if you work through the north fast enough, because if you're really, really quick about the game, you can actually beat a large chunk of the story without doing the underground side quests, because they are the ones that provide you with more malaria pills. Because the whole malaria thing, it's honestly not that big a deal. Like, people make a big deal out of it being a major issue with the game or whatever. It's really not. I mean, if you're doing side quests, you actually have an infinite supply of pills. If you're just doing side quests and exploration, you have an infinite number of pills, so it doesn't even matter. You just have to stop every, like, 30 to 40 minutes and take 1 pill, which takes, like, 10 seconds. I only had 1 or 2 times ever where it occurred at a bad time, where it occurred like in the middle of a battle or something. It only happened a couple of times, so it wasn't really that big a deal. Then you have to unlock all the weapons by hitting all 8 convoys in the game. This is the first of those trophies, but you do have to hit all 8 convoys. There's 4 in the north, 4 in the south. This is pretty easy. Just take an explosive weapon, blow up the truck, you're good to go. Nothing much to worry about there. Story-related trophy. Purchasing everything for one weapon. You're going to have to purchase every manual and bandolier for every weapon, which is going to take up about 3/4 of all the diamonds in the game. And for these trophies, you're going to want to make sure you only buy things related to the weapons. Don't buy the Surret upgrades or the camo suit or the weapons cases or anything like that, or else it will void, well, not void, but glitch the trophies related to purchasing stuff, unfortunately. So here's another trophy for completing underground side quests. Like I said, you have to complete all 5 anyway, so you'll get this along the way. Then you have 12 total cell tower missions. These are the assassination missions where there are 6 in the north, 6 in the south. You're going to be sent to a specific part of the map to kill a specific target. You have to complete all of them. This trophy is known to be problematic to a lot of people, purely because this type of mission can glitch out if you either die during it or if you accidentally accept another mission along the way. It can glitch out, so be careful with that. You want to save very often and in as many save slots as you can. You have tons of save slots. Use all of them, save often and in different slots. Also, the game does not have a checkpoint system or an autosave feature. The only way to save is manually at safe houses or at save boxes. This is a story-related trophy, so an unmissable story-related trophy from the south. The buddy side quests, there are about 20 of these, I believe. I think it's exactly 20 of these. You only have to complete one of them unless you get one of the progression glitches, because in this game there are progression glitches, and they occur, the most well-known ones are at 27 and 88% are the two most well-known. But they can also occur, there's one that can occur in the 50s, one that can occur in the 60s, and one that can occur in the 70s. So you do have to be extremely careful about those. They are most well known to occur due to using the bus to fast travel. They're also known to occur if you save during missions. Like whenever you complete an objective within a mission, it'll give you an option to save and continue or just continue without saving. If you save and continue, that's also known to cause problems. I never once took the bus during my playthrough, and I only saved during missions early on with that option, and I actually got the 73% glitch, where I could not go... I could actually go into the building, but I couldn't talk to whoever the faction leader was. But thankfully, I was able to resolve it by going and completing an extra buddy mission down at the marina in the south. So that's what I did to fix it. That's a common fix for a lot of people, but it doesn't work for everyone. That's why you want to have a lot of backup saves, just to be very careful in case something goes horribly wrong somewhere. I would just say don't take the bus, don't do the save and continue option during missions. Just, play through it without those options. It'll be a little bit more annoying, it'll take a little bit more time, but if it saves you from having to do a whole second playthrough, I would say it's worth it. Then you have to get rescued by a buddy. This is probably going to come naturally. It's extremely unlikely that you will miss this. Explore every part of the world. You're going to get this while finding all the collectibles. Turn over all the jackal tapes. Like I said, there's 17 of them. When you get to the south, the game tends to glitch and not properly show you the remaining 8, but they do still count, so as long as you keep a manual count of which ones you've collected, you're fine. Purchase everything for every weapon. Like I said, this one can glitch on you if you purchase anything not related to the weapon, such as the repair upgrades or the Surret upgrades or the cases or anything like that. Then you have to switch sides. One guide said that both of these trophies are missable, but I don't think that's actually true, because I think that regardless, in each area of the game, once you complete all the missions for one faction, they force you to go complete the missions for the other faction, so I don't think this is actually missable. Then hit every convoy. Like I said, there's 8 of them, 4 in each region of the game. They're pretty easy, nothing much to worry about there. They unlock all the new weapons for you. This is a story-related trophy. This is a story-related trophy. These are both pretty near the end of the game, like the last 7-ish missions. Save a buddy from immortal wounds. This is probably going to come naturally as well, but whenever a buddy goes down, you can just give them a morphine shot, a Surret, whatever it's called, and it will bring them back up. But if it's the 3rd time, then you will not be able to revive them, which is highly unfortunate. rescue all the buddies in the game. There are 11 total. A majority of them are story related, but some of them are found in random locations, so I suggest getting this out of the way as quickly as possible in each region, just so that you don't risk missing it. Like I said, there's 11 total, and it's good to have a lot of buddies so that they can go in and revive you and offer you the ability to subvert missions, because as you said, or as I said, I mean, you have to subvert 12 total missions in the game, so you need to have a follower, buddy, whatever you want to call them, available for each of those. Then you have the assassination missions. I already talked about that. You have to complete all 12 of them. Then comfort a buddy and ease his passing. This one you have to basically just keep giving them the Surrettes until they die. And this is one that's probably, or I think you can also shoot them in the head. I think that also counts. But this one is also pretty likely to unlock while going for all the mission subversions, because after usually 3 mission subversions, the buddy will go down permanently. And then you get 2 story-related trophies here for the final 2 missions in the game. Then you get to the multiplayer, which I did all the way back in 2019, late 2019. I wanted to get the multiplayer out of the way first because it was getting old and didn't want to risk the servers going down. Apparently the servers are going down on PC. So if you want to start this game anytime soon, I suggest you knock this out quickly. And be very careful with it, because it took me twice as long to finish the multiplayer as it did the single player. The single player only took me about 30 hours, which really wasn't as bad as I was expecting. The multiplayer took a little over 60. Now that was partially because I wasn't necessarily using the most efficient methods. I only had 1 PS3 to boost with myself instead of some people, like I know that Snickle had 2. And I gotta remember to link his guide for the multiplayer in this description of the video or in the comments, because we co-wrote the video. He did all the recording and stuff, but we co-wrote the script, and we boosted the game together, and it's a very good guide. I highly recommend using it. I'll try to remember to link it. But he had 2 PS3s to boost with, which definitely made his life a little bit easier. It allowed him to cut down on a lot of time with this stuff. But as for the multiplayer trophies, you have to get the highest revive count, which is very easy. You have to reach rank 5, which is very easy. I'll talk about both of these again in a second. You have a miscellaneous trophy that you can just boost with yourself with no problem. Same with this one. Neither of those are going to be a problem if you boost with yourself or even with another person. Then you have to win a match with 16 players in the lobby. The good thing is that it's 16 players, so 8v8. You just have to win a single match, and you don't have to be the highest scorer or anything like that. You don't have to be the party leader. None of that stuff like what you had in, say, Homefront, where you had to go into the match as the leader of a 16-player party. You don't have to do anything quite like that. You just have to win the match, which takes like 5 minutes per side at most, provided the servers hold up for everyone in the lobby. Upgrading a class, that's pretty easy. Just dump some diamonds into it. Play on every map and every game mode. Those are both very easy. You can select those for yourself. Then you have to reach a total not of rank 20, but of rank 30. And if there wasn't the Warlord glitch that allows you to get this knocked out very quickly, if it wasn't for that, this trophy would literally take 300 hours of boosting. I'm not kidding on that. If you didn't have the Warlord glitch, you'd be looking at 200 or 300 hours of boosting. Just grinding XP because of how awful it is. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea, but thankfully they put the glitch in the game, and I don't see that ever being patched, given the game is 13 years old at this point. You have to get 500 total revives. This one and the other revive trophy are going to require at least 3 people in the lobby. And then you have to get all the field manuals. This is the other really infamous multiplayer trophy, as it takes a lot of time, because some of these manuals require 500 kills, and sometimes there's always multiple manuals for every weapon, so you're going to be grinding out, I believe it's close to 10,000 kills total, and of course the gameplay is so janky with your weapons breaking every, like, 10 kills or so, and just stuff like that, fire spreading, accuracy, weapons jamming, etc. I like a lot of those features in the campaign, but they're not that fun in the multiplayer, and you are going to need a total of 3 people in order to boost the multi-kills with the explosives. But aside from War Party, you can get every trophy in the multiplayer with only 3 people. So if you happen to have 3 PS3s, then you can self-boost everything except for War Party, which is actually pretty nice to know. Then you have the user map trophies. These two have been known to go down randomly for like a few days at a time, so it makes me think the servers are on their way out. So if you are going to go in and try to do this game, I suggest knocking out everything in the multiplayer, especially the user maps first. Just knock those out, get them out of the way, then start grinding the multiplayer. Don't even touch the campaign until you finish the multiplayer. It's not worth, spending 30 to 60 hours in the multiplayer, depending on how you're boosting it and how many consoles you have, just to find out that you can't end up doing it because the servers go down at the wrong time. And like I said, I think the servers are probably on their way out. I don't think this game's going to stay up for that much longer, given how old it is, and the fact that the PC version is supposedly going down. But you never know. I mean, older games than this still exist, so we will have to see in the future. So, let me go ahead and sync up the trophies here. Level 721, 13%, 20,299 total trophies, 500 platinums, 2,912 golds, 5,441 silvers, 11,446 bronzes. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, favorite, share, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell if you haven't already. This is an awesome milestone, one that I will never forget. The game itself is awesome. I highly recommend playing it, even if you're not a trophy hunter. It's a fantastic game. It's one of the best in the series. I will see you guys in the future for the next Platinum Trophy, as well as probably sometime in the near future, a review of Platinums number 401 through 500 of my entire trophy list. So, see you guys then.